What's going on, everyone? This is your boy AshTheMan to bring the noise. So we are here to talk about ID Invaded episode 12 channel. Now before I go ahead and get started with the review, I just want to let you guys know, so please help me out, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification, and leave a comment below, please. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Now, in episode 11, it was revealed that the chief director, Hayasura, was John Walker. Now, honestly, it was already really hinted that he was John Walker. And being that you see the first two episodes, it was kind of obvious due to the white hair that you've seen on, the face cover up that they try to do with John Walker, and then by the questions that he had the sub director on the whole ID well business. So with them kind of things, it was kind of obvious, but it still was kind of fun to kind of throw out a video and say who is John Walker for some of those who wonder well, isn't it obvious? Well, sometimes the obvious may not always be the answer, but in this case it was. But in this case, we got to see some of the plans that work, like with Kiki being revealed to be right under their noses the whole time, her being the core, like I said in my other discussion video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But we got a chance to see that they was able to overcome the whole whale typhoon, and they was able to exit the whale. Now in this episode, we got to see that the whole organization was getting shut down. People was falling unconscious, and that's due to the overwhelming telepathy that Kiki has. With her being Cairo in the world, her succumbing to being murdered in the dreams, it helps drive the ID well, in which kind of obvious. Now in this sense, we got to see the chief enter the room as Hanamochi, Fukuda, and Narisugo is at, and he shot Narisugo right off of spite, because Narisugo was going to go after him, of course, him being the perpetrator who orchestrated the murder of his family. Now, after he shot him, and before the chief dives into the well himself, he literally just capped his own self out and killed himself, because he want his mind to be forever trapped in the ID well to orchestrate, I guess, further crimes, to give the ID well more purpose. Heck, we only know partial of his plan, but however, Hanamochi and Narisugo was able to enter the well. Now, when they enter the well, they enter his particular well, which it shows that he is linked to all of these other wells that he hasn't experienced. You get to see some of the people from the organization being in this one well where they getting chased down by boulders. Very interesting. You get to see some people dive into Hanamochi well, in which is the same girl who basically used that one guy to kill for her, which was the gravedigger. Now, in this sense, we get to see more and more of how where this anime is kind of taking this route at, and honestly, is it going to be able to move forward, or is it just going to be the closure? And as of right now, I say it has a very good standpoint to kind of stand on its own. And what I mean by that is that moving out of season 1, you can tell that it's definitely going to have some interesting foundations, but we just don't know who would take the lead. Now, before the chief did the last bullet to the head, he did announce that Hanamochi was supposed to be the successor. So where that leaves Narisugo, and in that sense, that's why I'll vaguely mention as I was streaming, and I was telling one of my buddies that I believe that they shouldn't kill off Narisugo. I think he has a little bit more of a pro style to add to it, just in case to kind of prep up Hanamochi in season 2. But more so on the review, this episode does point out a couple of things to see. Now, we know he was the perpetrator, and that he actually confirmed that he actually didn't kill in the real world, but however, it's just by murder by association. He invited people to orchestrate the whole telepathy thing with Kiki in her dreams, like having somebody murder her in her dreams to orchestrate them to actually murder in real life. Now, that's a crime in itself, but however, when he entered as well, you get to see him kill the gravedigger by stabbing her back after she shot Fudakuda. Now, that's actually kind of crazy. So, it's a few things that's going on with this, and I'm sorry if I'm kind of like just all over the place when it comes to this episode. That's just how good of an episode it is. Just a lot of things going on here. Now, let's go into a conclusive standpoint into this. Like, one, the chief dived into the well and they are not able to provide justice to him in a real world because his mind is trapped in the ID well. Would they be able to retrieve his mind for the well? That's something that episode 13 would do, which is the season finale. Now, the whole thing with Hanamochi being a leader. Now, with Hanamochi becoming the successor, we don't know what kind of succession meaning the brilliant detective, her being the chief director of the organization, or what the case might be. We just know for the fact that he claimed that she's successful. So we definitely going to see more of a push in Hanamochi when season 2 hit, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a season 2. Now, Narisago, is they going to push off Narisago? Is he going to die? What may be the case? I don't think Narisago has a permanent standpoint in ID Invaded. I just think he has enough to kind of like push the series off to give Hanamochi the stick to go with it. Now, the next thing is that Kiki they're gonna retrap Kiki in there. I think that would probably be the best bet because of telepathy being so strong, being that like when it first happened, she knocked out 14 nurses and only 10 recovered, and now she knocked out for a whole organization building, and they can't even get close without without some type of like weird telepathy helmet that they gotta put on their head. So that's gonna be kind of weird too. So I think she's definitely gonna have a standpoint to where she's gonna operate from that same room on her own terms. So yeah, but overall, with all these things that's going on, this episode definitely, adds a very interesting point leading up to the season finale. So yeah, definitely get the thumbs up for me, and I hope you guys like it too. And again, thank you for definitely tuning in for this episode 12 review. Definitely appreciate it. I hope you guys liked it as much as I did. And again, sorry for being all over the place, but it's just that like with this episode added so much, it's kind of like hard to try to find like a standpoint to go on. Just trying to cover as much bases as I can when it comes to it. So hope you guys like it. Leave a comment at the bottom, subscribe to the channel, and your boy is out. Peace.